Good morning, everyone. Today we will discuss one more important topic, that is India-Canada relations. India-Canada relations. Okay. So at present there is a huge diplomatic row is going on between India and Canada. You might be reading in the newspapers. Okay. So in last 2 days, on 13th, or for that matter yesterday, so it went to a new high. The crisis, or diplomatic row, it went into a new height, and India has the decision of expelling. India has taken the decision of expelling 6 Canadian diplomats from India, and India asked them to leave India immediately. And moreover, that India also asked its High Commissioner to Canada. India asked its High Commissioner to Canada to come back to India. So in this way, it went to a new high level, or we can say it went to a new level. So why this diplomatic row has arisen, or what is the reason behind this fresh row? Okay, there are problems in India and Canada relations since 1970s. The only issue is that is Khalistani movement. This is the major problematic area between India and Canada since decades, since many decades, since 1960s. It went into new heights in 1970s. After that, relations were never stable. There were a lot of ups and downs in the relations. One single reason is the Khalistani movement, and the Canada's perceived allowing that movement, or allowing its soil for the these Khalistani activists to conduct their activities. This is the major issue since decades between India and Canada. Okay, so there was a major, the fresh row, it has started in 2023, when Surjit Singh Nijjar, when this fresh row has started, when there is a person called Surjit Singh Nijjar. Okay, Surjit Singh Nijjar. So he has been killed in June 2023. Okay, so this has started the fresh row of in diplomatic relations. Okay, so this Surjit Singh Nijjar, he is a Khalistani activist. Okay, India has designated him as the terrorist. Okay, and he has been killed in British Columbia. It is part and parcel of Canada in 2023. Okay, he was active support. He was one important leader in the Khalistani movement. Okay, when this murder happened, the Canadian government, or the Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, he has blamed India, that India, the murder has taken place under the guidance, or some government officials of India have ordered this murder. Okay, so Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has blamed India for this murder. Okay, since then India has rejected this claim, and since then the further tensions further escalated, and after that India has stopped its visa services to the Canadian people, saying that there are certain security issues. Okay, and there were talks going on for free trade. Okay, these talks have for free trade, they also have been stalled, and after that Canada also took some actions. It has expelled some Indian diplomats. Okay, expelled some Indian diplomats, and at that time itself India has expelled certain Canadian diplomats, and it's reduced its size of number of diplomats to 1/3. Okay, so in this way, the since the murder of Surjit Singh Nijjar, the tensions have been escalated, and recently means on yesterday, that is 14th October, the Canadian government has declared the Indian High Commissioner, the present Indian High Commissioner to Canada, as person of interest in this murder case. Okay, person of interest in this murder case. So India has responded very severely for that claim, and it has withdrawn the Indian High Commissioner from Canada, and it also ordered 6 Indian diplomats to leave the country immediately. Okay, this is the issue. Why now we have to understand what is the Khalistani movement and why Canada is so important with respect to Khalistani movement. Okay, first of all, Khalistani movement is nothing but it is a movement for a separate Khalistani state. Okay, separate Khalistani movement is nothing but separate movement for separate Khalistan. Khalistani state means they want a separate country. Who? The six. Some six want a separate country for themselves. Where they want? In the present Punjab region. Okay? In the present Punjab region of our country, they want that this should be a separate country. Apart from that, they claim some regions from Himachal Pradesh and Haryana, neighboring Haryana, and some portion of Pakistan also. And they want their capital as Shimla. Okay? Right, so this movement has started since 1960s. Okay, and you know very well the Operation Blue Star, which has taken place in 1980s. Okay, when Indira Gandhi was the prime minister, and with that this movement in India, within the borders of India, has been addressed. The Khalistani terrorists who have resorted to violent activities by procuring arms and ammunition, and they have made their base in Golden Temple itself, and that has been addressed through the Operation Blue Star. Okay, Operation Blue Star. Since then, the movement has shifted its base to foreign countries like USA, UK, and predominantly the movement activities have since then are happening from the soil of Canada. Okay, so why Canada? Canada. So basically, historically, many Sikh population is there. Okay, their uh, the size of the population increased. Now they constitute 2%. Sikhs constitute 2% of the total Canadian population. Approximately 7.7 lakh Sikhs are there in Canada. Okay, 2% is not that significant, but because of their location or their presence in particular regions like British Columbia, Ontario, etc. So this population is concentrated in these 2 to 3 provinces. So because of this, they have become a very important minority community in Canadian politics because they are located in particular regions and their support or for that matter their votes become very important for political leaders. Okay, so the important aspect here is political interest. So to convince or to impress upon the Sikhs, the political parties of Canada, they are not controlling the anti-India activities of these Sikh community or some people of Sikh community. When people Sikhs are demanding some Sikhs who are present in Canada, when they are demanding a separate Khalistani state, it is it goes against the sovereignty and integrity of India. Okay, and that is anti-India activity. Okay, being a democratic country and sovereign country itself, Canada, it should not allow anti-India activities, or for that matter, it should not allow any activities that are against the sovereignty and integrity of another nation. But unfortunately, because of the political mileage, because of the political requirements, they are allowing, Canada is allowing anti-India activities by these Khalistani activists on its soil. Okay, under the guise of they are taking a pretext, that is freedom of expression. Okay, but we have to remember one thing that freedom of expression is not without restrictions. There should be reasonable restrictions on everything. Even in our country, Indian people have freedom of expression, but it is not without any limits. There are reasonable restrictions. One of the important restrictions should be friendly relations with other countries. But unfortunately, Canada is forgetting this. It is allowing anti-India activities. There are certain gurudwaras are there in Canada. If you go there, official media they are not shown, but if you see in social media, there are gurudwaras are there. So on the roads that are leading to these gurudwaras and in vacant places, you will see huge hoardings. Okay, and placards, presented, which written slogans against India. Okay, so all these kind of activities, the religious place like Gurudwara is also being used by certain Khalistani activists for India anti-India activities, and they are actively promoting, anti-India sentiments. So this is the issue. So India has requested Canadian government many times, several times, that please control the activities of these people because they are harming or they are disturbing our sovereignty and integrity. But unfortunately, the certain political parties, Canadian political parties, they are not taking action, especially the present Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. For that matter, his father, okay, his father was also never controlled the anti-India activities of these Khalistani activists. Okay, even Justin Trudeau, his party is Freedom Party of Canada. It has actually has the support of Sikh community support this party. Okay, because of that, he is not controlling the anti-India activities, and one Sikh person has been inducted into the cabinet of the present government, the government of Justin Trudeau. Okay, not only at the central government level, but at the provincial level and in local governments, the Sikhs have entered into many positions, and in that way, they are continuing their anti-India activities without any what should I say, restrictions. So this is the reason, and this row further has been escalated by the murder of this Surjit Singh Nijjar. Okay, he threatened Indian government and Indian people that Indian people and along with him some other people who are Khalistani terrorists. One person was based in New York, USA. So they have issued open threats to people who are Indian people who are residing in Canada. Okay, that they have given a deadline by this date. If Indian people are not leaving Canada, their safety is not ensured. We cannot guarantee their safety. Like that, they have issued open threats. So after that, this murder has taken place, and the Canadian government blamed India. India responded as it should be, and expulsions have taken place, and it went into a new height. So clearly, if we understand the issue, it is completely, we can say, the Canada, okay, mistake of Canada to not to respect the sovereignty and integrity of India, which is a basic requirement for good relations between any two countries. Okay, even the UNO Charter also says that each and every country first of all respect each other's sovereignty and integrity. Okay, that is the basic requirement. But unfortunately, Canada is not respecting them, not respecting India's sovereignty and integrity of India. Because of that, otherwise there is no such other problem between India and Canada. In fact, many other things we have, many things we have in common, and there is common interest for India and Canada in many things. Like if it comes to trade, okay, security, international security, freedom of navigation on open seas, okay, aggression by countries like China, okay, both are committed to democratic values, okay, both of them are democratic countries. So if you see in all these aspects, even there is huge scope for tourism. Canadian people can visit India, Indian people can visit Canada, and there is huge scope for people to people relations. Okay, in all other areas there is plenty of scope, potential is there to improve ties. But unfortunately, this issue, Khalistani issue, and Canada allowing its soil to conduct anti-India activities, this issue is disturbing relations between two countries for many decades. Because of this reason, we could not reap the benefit of good ties and common interest, and unfortunately this ups and downs in relations, they are taking place. Okay, the solution for this is, if Canada is ready to take two steps, the relations can be brought into normal once again, and we can reap the benefit of the common interest. One measure it has to take is, it should not allow, okay, it should not allow its soil, should not allow its soil to conduct anti-India activities. Okay, you allow freedom for expression for your people, but it should not be used for hurting the sovereignty and integrity of any other country. Okay, so it should not allow its soil for conducting anti-India activities, and there should be some control on the anti-India activities by these Khalistani movements. And second step it can take is, if it is ready to take action on people, okay, some people or radical elements of Khalistani movement who are issuing open threats, okay, open threats to people, common people. If Canada comes forward and it takes action and arrests them and subjects them to legal prosecution, radical elements who are issuing threats, open threats to common Indian people. If Canada is willing to do these two things, I think the relations can come into a normal, and from there on we can take further steps through which we can reap the benefit of common interest. So Canada should think about it, and let's hope that in future it will understand the sensitivities and the concerns of India, and it will take proper measures so that the relations and the present row can be addressed or ended, and India and Canada can reap the benefits because of its common interest and huge potential. Okay, okay. So this is it for today. Tomorrow we will discuss another important topic with respect to examination. See you next time. Until then.